welcome to the next part of this colouring series from World of Flowers. I just wanted to report back about my pen test, which I did on the Schpirerr Farben Pencils. This is my swatch chart. There's a link to it in the description. But I put a little dot of white pen on every swatch, and some of them have turned neon pink. This one, the purple pink, the plum, the royal purple, the rose luster and the royal blue. There's obviously a bit of pink in there. So in a very similar way to Black Widows and Prismas, some of these colours will turn neon pink. Actually, the royal purple isn't too bad. It's really the plum, purple pink, the plum, the rose luster and the royal blue. So if you want to add white dots to things, you must avoid those colours, or else they'll just turn. I don't know how easy it is to see the neon pink. Come in that way. I'm sure you can see there now that that one is pink and those are white. The same up here, some of these are pink. So there are a few, it's only 4 that turn pink. But I wasn't, it's always worth doing a little test. If you're doing a swatch chart, do a little test and then you know. And also if you use the swatch chart all the time, just trying to move my book into the middle, then you'll be able to check that each time and notice it, so you won't make the mistake of using it when, you know, perhaps you would rather not. Right, I have just been looking here. I've noticed we haven't got any purple flowers in this sort of purple, but I don't think it's right to do. We're right here next to this one, so I think we won't do that right now. What we could do is more of a plum colour. Let me just put my swatch chart back in a place where I can see it. That's always quite useful. So I'm going to start with some plum. Here we go. Here is our plum. And this is the darkest colour I'm going to use, so I'm going to start with these centre. I always like the centre to be a bit darker. Don't know why. And these bits I'm thinking. I'm just sort of randomly colouring bits. I'm thinking those long thin bits, I'd do those as leaf. I think might look better. There we go. I think I'll make that do for now and then see where we go. Which way should we go? We'll use the purple pink, I think. There we go. Purple pink. And what I'm going to do, let me have a little think. I'm going to do a few layers here and then make it really pale in the centre by just not using loads of pencil like that. I find it can be really relaxing actually to just layer on a teeny bit. You're just really gently massaging the paper and it can just be really relaxing to do. So we're going to do that, I think, and then we're going to put something darker on those outlines. I don't always like colouring the outlines. Sometimes I just ignore them, and well, I do colour them, but I don't colour them as an outline. But today I'm in the mood for doing it that way. So if you don't like them, you can just colour over them in the same way you've done this. But I'm going to do it slightly differently. Oh, it's raining. I need to go to town really. I might be able to go tomorrow morning. I'm going to ignore these lines and just colour this in the same way I've done the others. I've got to buy some birthday cards, but the shop that I want to go to doesn't open until 10 o'clock in the morning, and it doesn't open every day of the week, so it makes it a bit tricky. But anyway, I'll get that. So these I'm going to do the same colour, but just with a much darker stroke. You know, I'm pressing a bit harder, not really hard, but just you can see I'm going back and forth to give it a bigger colour, a bigger more layers. I know what I'm trying to say. So it looks a bit darker. Yeah, it feels typical summer as it's raining, but it's gonna get hot soon. Oh. My friend Michelle keeps saying she's so ready for fall, and I love autumn. It's just, you know, I'm gonna pick a colour next before shamrock. Where is it? Is it in here? There it is. Yeah, the shamrock. I like all the leaf colours in autumn. I'm going to make it a little darker nearer our petals, and then fade it off. Yeah, all the lovely colours and the cooler weather. It's just lovely. You can sleep better. You can shut the windows and you don't get woken up by noise outside like I did last night. There were some people walking down the road quite late, nattering away, as you know, they're perfectly entitled to wake me up. And can do these the same. So it's like, oh. Well, I didn't sleep well last night. I struggled to get off to sleep a bit. Husband was awake, that doesn't help, and then he didn't get to sleep till 3 o'clock, and I kept waking up and he was still awake. And then I woke up early as well. I thought, oh. But anyway, I wanted to check the news because things have been going on. I wanted to make sure all was well, which fortunately it was. But anyway, it wasn't a good night really, but there we go. But good news, my son's brain fog has seemed to have vanished. We don't really understand why. It's a side effect of meds, and I'm just trying to find a background colour. I quite fancied doing a light green, which would go with this, but the light greens, I'll bring it into the camera shot so you can see. The light greens are yellowy, and you know, we've done a sort of bluey green, so it's not going to work. So I'm just looking elsewhere. Could do this periwinkle colour, or I think I'm going to use a blue. We used blue here, didn't we? Oh, difficult decisions. Maybe a cerulean. It's a bit darker. That might be the way to go. Got to find it. I reckon that's it. No, it's not. Is that it? Yeah. So we tried the cerulean. It's a darker blue, but I'm going to use it lightly. Okay. So I'm going to start off with a really light layer and just see how it sits. I know it's going to match, but I'm just going to fade it off a bit. Yeah, so he's feeling so much better, and it's making him feel happier, which is good. But he's changing up his meds a bit, but he's basically taking a second one, which he's hoping to swap to, but he's got to he's still taking the full dose of the other one, so I don't know. Hopefully my husband's meds are going to arrive today. He's starting to worry. He's only got 5 doses left, but they come next day delivery, so they should arrive. They've been dispatched, but them and their meds. Fortunately, my other son doesn't take any, although actually he's got a bite. He needs to put some cream on it. I need to remind him. It's gone quite infected. If it's still bad in a few days, I'm going to take him to the pharmacy, get to have a look at it. There we go. So that, yeah, there's our next one. We've got this one jolly looking one to do after. There is that. It didn't take very long. It's a bit scruffy actually. You could make the background a bit darker if you wanted, but I quite like them. They're all quite light in this little group, so I'm quite liking to keep it that way. And this one will have some green in the corners as well, because they've all got green. It just feels like it should match up, you know. But that is me for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a super day and happy colouring.